What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Thought I was going to take a day off, didn't you? Didn't you? We're going to get the show started here in just a second, and we will be taking a day off here soon, so that way we can work on a few projects. But let's go ahead and get started.
Everybody, I hate to throw out this interruption, but it's probably for the best. I gotta go because I don't know where I'm at.
You better put seatbelts on your ears because Cobra's about to take them for the ride of their life on Cobra TV.
And when we ship the game, not everything will be possible, but this is a game I think we're going to be making for quite a while, you know, even after it comes out.
You have these people that are going to be able to buy this game on Xbox, and they are being actively driven away by people who haven't played this game in the last year. They're going off of this whole idea that, like, Sean Murray lied in 2016, and they're still using that to steer people away from No Man's Sky. And it's an unfair criticism. We have to be louder than the people that are talking about 2016 and driving away potential, new members of our community in the Xbox crowd for something that, one, wasn't true then and is especially no longer.
So Cobra said we could record messages and they might get played on the show, and it was fine if they were strange or weird. So in the spirit of things, I thought I'd write a poem dedicated to my favorite caller in on the subcast. Okay, here we go. I cry out to the old gods, desperate for replies. Subcast Jason, the apple of my eye. Desperate for his attention, my adoration turns to sighs. For he notices me not, instead I play No Man's Sky. But till he notices me shall my heart forever pine, as I gaze into his demigod-like eyes. In the name of Jason I create a portal, for it is here that his next adventure lies.
Hello, Cobra Television and all the Cobras. I have a question regarding the No Man's Sky. Do you think that the No Man's Sky, is it one giant universe, or is it maybe one galaxy in multi-dimensional interfaces, where every player is in fact the same player and there is only one person playing No Man's Sky this whole time because of the lies? Thank you.
You tuned in to the only station in the galaxy, broadcasting right from Euclid. Whether you're watching or listening, this is Cobra TV, and this is a podcast.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
What is going on, travelers, interlopers, traders, and farmers, explorers, bounty hunters, pirates, and you strange glowing entities out there, Viking, Korvax, and you disgusting geck. May the Atlas allow my voice to fall upon every strange ear, and that this space transmission reaches every galaxy and dimension. Tonight, we are broadcasting from the Euclid Galaxy somewhere deep in space. This is The Daily Show on Cobra TV. Call in today and let's make contact. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming to The Daily Show. We're going to get started here in just a second. We got Natalie in the chat holding the mighty wrench. We've got Adam from Keep Calm and Game On holding the mighty wrench. If you guys want to come on the show, please come on the show. Adam. I know Natalie never comes on the show. Multigrain Pasta is in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Multigrain Pasta and Ash, they've got a show called the Galactic Podcast. Interesting podcast. Whenever they upload. How's everybody doing out there? So, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but I got beat up. I was assaulted and beat up by YouTube all night long. And it continues right now. Just beating the crap out of me. And it's so frustrating. But I guess I gotta live with it, right? Guess I gotta live with it. They do whatever they do because they own the place, so. Yeah, that's right, Isolation. Rip Cobra. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on with WARE. I know a lot of people, it's pretty hard to follow. We had a couple live events today. Well, yeah, we had a couple today. A multi-location live event that foiled. And we got one coming tomorrow. And one of our very own community members, LpoLi1622, is going to attend that live drop. So that's going to be interesting. That's right, Isolation. Shout out to you, buddy. I'm trying to do a better job of looking at the chat, guys. I know I'm very poor at that. Very poor. But we're going to talk a little bit about what's happened with WARE, Mr. Zhang. And we're going to talk about the live drop tomorrow. We got more paper today. We got more paper today. But it's interesting. Yeah, I know, Unseen. It's very hard to follow these ARGs, and they're very subtle as far as the lore. But if you follow them, you can learn a little bit about the lore of the actual game and kind of get hints to what's in the update. But those hints and that lore, especially this time around, is super subtle. Super subtle. But LpoLi1622 is going to be going to the the live event tomorrow. So we're probably going to be taking a day off as well tomorrow, so that way we can edit some videos. We're going to get Adam on the call here. Adam. Oh, no, he's not on yet. Adam, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Saw you hit the live button, and I got the notification, and here I am. So
that's cool, man. So, has YouTube beat the crap out of you over the night, or were you safe?
I lost about like 10 subscribers, so nothing too crazy. But yeah,
crazy
I saw your
stuff,
tweet,
man. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks.
I saw your tweet, and I'm like, wait, why is everyone losing subscribers? And then I saw like a retweet from Boogie, and I guess like YouTube is doing their annual cleanse thing where they're getting rid of like dead subscribers or just inactive accounts. So I see it as a good thing, but it does suck to see your numbers kind of drop.
You know what sucks is that I'm busy a lot. So there's a YouTube channel that I watch, and it's about conspiracy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't been there for a while just because I just haven't thought about it. They're one of my favorite channels, and I went there just to see if I was still subscribed because I knew I hadn't been there for a while, and YouTube unsubscribed me from that.
Huh. Yeah, I also heard about stuff like that happening where you just randomly you're just unsubscribed from people. I'm like, what? YouTube needs to get its act together. That's all I got to say. They need to pull it together because
they do, man. Not everybody's going to come by the channel or by anybody's channel all the time, you know, but it's always going to be there for when they remember it or when they think of it or when they get out of jail. You know what I mean? It's always going to be there.
Exactly. And then there was that whole thing with the notifications where it's like they were only sending some of the notifications out, like the ones they thought you would enjoy. I'm like, no, you're just sending the ones out that you know are going to make you more money, YouTube. That's how it's working. And then I guess they reverted back to the way it used to be. So I don't know. YouTube does these things, doesn't tell anybody, and then it just gets out of hand when the drama happens. And they're like, oh, sorry, it was a mistake. And then they just never take responsibility.
You know what's wrong with the situation? There are other streaming sites, but none of them are as big as YouTube. There needs to be a contender for YouTube.
I think, you know what I mean? Twitch is probably the biggest streaming site, but YouTube is just the biggest video site in general.
Yeah, you're right.
Because YouTube gaming is like all about streaming, but it has way less viewership than Twitch.
Right.
So, but I still prefer to stream on YouTube. Just my thing. I like to keep everybody in the same spot. Even though I do I go to both simultaneously, but I prefer YouTube. I just like the color red better than pink. Or purple, whatever Twitch is. I think it's purple.
Yeah.
I just like the color better. That's it.
Makes you feel a little girly?
Something like that. Yeah.
All right, dude. All right, so today we're going to talk about WARE. We had a couple live drops. Did you follow that?
The last one I saw was on your show yesterday with like the paper about the nuns or whatever. I didn't know any happened today.
Yes. So one happened today. And I think it was in Paris. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think it was in Paris. And they went out there and they were handed like a folded piece of paper. And if you unfolded it or folded it in a different way, it switched around and made the numbers in a different order, and then had a little X with what looked like a lake. Well, so they had to go to another location, and they did. They couldn't find the location, so therefore the final portion of that live drop was a fail, I guess.
Huh.
So they extended the live drop to tomorrow, which is 4/29, and LPlays is actually going to go. He's going to stream it.
Snap! That's going to be awesome.
Snappity snap snap snap. So it's cool, man. Like, what better person to go than LPlays?
Oh,
what better person? Oh,
I hope he gets a lot of subscribers from that, because he has a really good channel.
He does,
like,
man.
Really polished personality, so awesome. His energy, very high energy person. I just watch his videos, and it's like I'm in a good mood after I'm done watching. Even if it's for like 20 seconds, I'm like, I'm in a better mood now. It's just you cannot be angry watching his videos. It's just impossible.
LPlays is an antidepressant. If you're sad, if you're depressed,
with no side effects. No side effects whatsoever.
It's not habit forming. Well, it is, but not chemically habit forming. But yeah, man, good YouTube channel. So he's gonna go to the live drop tomorrow. Now, so let's kind of go over what's been going on with WARE. These live drops, I believe, are following the disappearance of Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang, and we read a lot of this, not most of this, because now there's a lot more, but we read a lot of this on one of our live streams a couple streams ago. Now there's a whole bunch to the task manager, and it's all surrounding the development of trying to find this Mr. Zhang. And Mr. Zhang seems to have gotten sidetracked off of his journey home, and he's found something that he's afraid of, and he's went to another doctor to see if he can find any more information. And so let's see if anything really sticks out. These discuss this task. These things are like tasks for the community. So, locked briefcase found in London near British Museum. Not yet confirmed if Mr. Zhang left it there willingly. Package currently under observation. Mr. Zhang's well-being and safety is at high priority for the WARE team. Any information that could help us know more about Big Ben package is of high interest. As usual, follow anything you have. Oh, forward. I think they meant forward. So WARE wants to remind all teams that any knowledge gathered during the R&D initiatives, such as WARE Learn conference tours. Oh, we got, was that donation or was that a subscriber?
That's a donation from Bacon Pancakes. He says, thank you for everything you do, Cobra. Your next coffee is on me.
Oh, thank you so much, Bacon Pancakes. Thank you so much, buddy. Hashtag that Cobra on the chat. Thanks,
I do love me some Bacon Pancakes.
What was it? Oops, that's not, that's the wrong button.
Wrong button.
Okay, so I think these live drops are actually helping us literally go into public to figure out where Mr. Zhang went. So this little trail that we've got on the site and asking people to do things from home, like, hey, do you guys know a postal address? Well, yeah, sure, because there's one in one of the journals on the site. Yeah, here you go. So now they're actually involving people in real life, going out to some of these locations, meeting these strange people that have pieces of paper. Pieces of paper.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. Who comes up with this stuff, Cobra? It just blows my mind.
Right.
That people think up these things.
I think what LpoLi might be walking into a briefcase tomorrow, because that's what it sounds like. Locked briefcase found in London. See that? He's the next live drop is in London. So LpoLi might be finding himself in a weird predicament here. I know the last time we had a briefcase, there was a locked room. People inside the room. It kind of reminded me of the beginning of the movie Cube. That's a scary movie.
Haven't seen that. If it's a scary movie, I probably haven't seen it. I do not do scary movies, Cobra. I am not a scary movie person.
I don't like being locked inside a small area because I'm a little claustrophobic. So that's why it's scary to me. But each cube that they go into has a hidden trap and kills another member. And they have to do math to figure out where they are. They have to do math to figure out what kind of trap it is. And it deals a lot with hex code and things like that. So it's pretty cool. Old movie.
I'd be dead. You mentioned
so
math, I'm dead. I'm dead.
So would I. I'd rather just sit there and die of starvation and dehydration. It's like, the heck with it. I'm not moving. I'm staying right here.
Yeah, same here.
They're making a video game of that, too. I just saw a trailer. Independent game.
Is it starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Because every movie these days is starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Just every movie. It's got him in it.
I'm not sure. Let's see what some of the people in the chat are saying. Cube is messed up but good. Oh, cool. Somebody else has seen it. That's cool. Lots of live cams in Trafalgar Square. Is that where it's at, Just Banter? It's in let me see if I can pronounce this. Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar. Yeah, that's how it's not at Trafalgar, says Gold and Silver.
Tony Bean says, imagine if he finds the Wear headset, like in the briefcase. That would be crazy.
Cool.
That would be crazy.
I'm gonna put out my guess that in the briefcase is one piece of paper.
I'm guessing it's more paper.
It's gonna be one document from Mr. Zhang, and it's gonna be short. And for some reason, which is really kind of a bummer that these guys are going to the live drops, are not allowed to keep it. You know, like, it's just a piece of paper, man. What a souvenir to be able to keep something like that. And, you know, for your journey all the way out there.
They got to recycle it, Cobra, to use it for the next one.
Yeah. Run out of money. Turn it over and write on the back.
Exactly. Just, yeah.
Okay,
like, now, correct. Like, is this just a normal piece of like one sheet of paper, or is it like just a torn off part of a piece of paper, or is it like cut? Do we like
tomorrow? I don't know about.
I mean, like the ones we previously had. Like, is it just like a torn off piece of paper with a code on it, or is it like just one like sheet, or does it vary?
Oh, it's one sheet. It's one sheet.
Okay.
So far, but the one from today was actually folded up. You know, like those little things that it was folded up like a hexagon.
Yeah.
And you were able to flip it around a certain way, and it made a different set of numbers and things like that, which I would have been scared because there was tape on it and everyone was saying, take the tape off, but I guess they weren't supposed to. I don't know what I would have done. I'm glad other people are doing these. But it was kind of strange because he's walking around forever, just walking around. He's with somebody else and they're looking for somebody. And, you know, with these live drops, they're not saying, hey, we're going to have a purple umbrella. You know, they're just saying, hey, go here. You know, so you don't know, these guys don't know who they're looking for. And so they were getting ready to go up these set of stairs, and some guy walked by him, and they go, are you looking for me? And he goes, are you the guy I'm looking for? And he goes, yeah, here. And hands him the fucking, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
He meant fracking. If you guys have ever seen Battlestar Galactica, that's what he meant. It was a typo.
I'm sorry. That was a speako. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh.
We forgive you, Cobra. We forgive you. Well, I'll allow it, Cobra. Okay, I'm not going to kick you off your own show. I will allow it.
You should kick me off. You should kick me off. Oh my goodness.
Like, sorry, Cobra, you're gone. I'm taking over.
Guys, I didn't mean that. Anyways, crap. How do I recover from that? Let's see. What do I do?
Get some cereal.
Save me.
That's the
Come
answer
on,
to
man,
everything.
say something.
Cereal. I'm just reading these comments. It's great.
No.
Gold and Silver is like, think of the children. Oh, man, I'm cracking up. Oh,
okay.
Man.
So what was I saying?
Something about a staircase and some guy passing.
Oh, yeah. Staircase. Yeah, they just happened to bump into each other on accident. Yeah, unseen. That's not even going to put a dent to how many people unsubscribe today.
They're like demonetized.
Yeah.
Too much Red Bull. Cobra is slowly turning into Tim. I freaking love Tim.
Man.
Plus 10 subs.
I meant freaking. It was I got Tourette's. Is that working? And then the first live drop, you know, they were sitting there, and he was like, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm waiting for somebody. What are you doing? I'm looking for somebody. Yeah? Why are you looking for somebody? Because I'm here to get stuff.
I feel like there needs to be some kind of code word or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in the Mission Impossible movies, like there's this long, elaborate like code or phrase they have to do. And this is just like, you looking for someone?
Yeah, man. If I was at that live drop, I'd just go out there in the general vicinity. Like if I didn't know where I was supposed to be, but I knew I was in the radius, I'd just start screaming, "Where you at? Where you at?"
I just like carry a sign that says, "I'm here for No Man's Sky" or something. Yeah. ARG, where are you? Something like that.
Just wear a sign that says, "Beware of the reset. The end is near." Right around, just
a picture of Sean Murray.
We got a couple of people that want to come on the show. I want to get Curtis on the call here because Curtis, he was in the last two shows, and I want to, you know, he's a big fan of the ARG, so I want to see. I've been sleeping, so I'm not entirely sure about the details surrounding the live drop to tomorrow, but Curtis might be. So let's go ahead and get him on the call. We're going to get Ivy Mike on the call. He's on there too. Okay.
And everybody watching, leave those comments down there. I'm going to try to read some of them whenever things get slow. We got to have stuff to talk about, so keep the comments coming. I am reading them.
What's up, Curtis? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I figure I'd call on the show and redirect the conversation to go a different route.
Sorry for cursing. I didn't mean that.
That was funny, man. I started laughing as soon as I heard that. I'm like, that is so not Cobra.
I know. Darn it. So I've been sleeping, dude. So now I'm gonna flip the table on you. What's been going on with the live drop? I know the two guys, they missed the lake area and they extended the live drop to tomorrow, right?
Right. Yeah, there's supposed to be a live drop tomorrow on the 29th. But you know, I didn't know there was any live streaming until I got a notification from Peaceful Gamer on Twitter. And he posted a clip of some live footage that was shot of a couple of guys going to the live drop in, I don't even know. I'm not even sure where it was at. But there was a bunch of pyramids all around, glass dome pyramids, and they were trying to figure out where they were supposed to meet somebody.
Well, I know they did meet up with someone, and they got a little hexagon piece of paper, and but after that, when they folded it a certain way, they had a map and had a date and what looked like it might be a lake and an X. And so they went to that location, and there was, I guess, they couldn't figure out where they were supposed to be at that second location. And I think that's why it was extended to today. And LPlays Gaming is going to actually go. So that's going to be awesome. We know he's going to stream.
Right. Now, when was the last update on the WARE site? Because yesterday when we were talking, all the way up to Charlie was highlighted. Now we're all the way down to India. We're waiting for Juliet.
Yeah, we're waiting for Juliet. I would guess that if those two guys had been successful at the lake location or the river location, that these would have continued. But since it got postponed, I think that's why, because we were seeing these things empty, like nonstop, and now they have stopped. So I think we're waiting to see what happens tomorrow.
Right. Now, once all these boxes light up and all the funds transfer over into the balance, then that's going to unlock the request supplies tab at the very top. So, man, I wonder what that's going to reveal.
I'm not sure, but I would like to state this. I don't think that any of the, and it's kind of strange. I don't think anybody's going to get a dev kit. And I know I said this, I think, on a couple streams ago. I don't think anybody's really going to get a dev kit. The reason why I say that is because Armand here is one of the winners. So we're literally seeing what it looks like when you win the dev kit. Am I looking at it wrong? Because when you go into documents, here's all of his documentation on the rules and everything to make his game with the dev kit. It's the security warnings, research, his first steps, design, development, and introduction. It says right here, welcome, word from the founder. As a founder of WareTech, I'm proud to count you as a new member of our ever-growing development community that we have worked so hard to create. This is his introduction to the WARE device.
Right. Well, the dev kits and the prize money was supposed to go out based on the submissions and who was picked, right? How many dev kits were going to go out? Was there only one dev kit? I thought for some reason there was multiple dev kits that could be awarded and one major cash prize.
Maybe somebody in the chat can help, but it's either that 5 were going to go out or they were going to choose the best of 5.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat can help. I could probably check if I dig through my email, but
right, because if 5 dev kits were going to go out and Arnaud got one of them, then that leaves 4 more dev kits, which means that people in real life are actually going to get dev kits, or there's 4 more characters that are going to get introduced into this ARG that we haven't come across yet. Maybe this Zhang is another one.
Still Tree in the chat says we're going to get a box of Krusty Peeps from Easter in the box. That's the reward. Just some Krusty Peeps.
I do want to kind of go over a survey that I did a little bit. I kind of put a little survey out on what people think of the ARG, people in the Cobra TV community, the ones that are left.
I did vote on that.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to tell you my answer, though. But I did vote.
We got Ivy Mike on the call. Ivy, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Nothing much, dude. Nothing much. I've been sleeping, so if I haven't mentioned something, fill me in, dude.
Oh man, I'll be honest. I just got home from work a little while ago, saw you were on, and I'm catching up right now myself. So, but it's pretty cool that more is happening all at once, opposed to us like having to wait so long in between steps. Because that really was what was annoying a lot of people.
Right. LPlays, I'm sneakily listening in bed, trying not to disturb the girlfriend. LPlays is getting some rest because he's going to be going to that live drop tomorrow. LPlays, since you're awake and you're not trying to disturb the girlfriend, what time? Eastern Standard Time, if you know how to convert that, or Central, or whatever. I don't know. I think in London, aren't they like 6 hours ahead of most of the United States?
I got no
sure.
idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure. But what time?
Yeah, it's
what time
like
is it?
midnight over there right now. I think 11:30 midnight, something like that.
Well,
Okay.
it's 4:30. It's 4:30 where I'm at. I'm in the U.S. I'm actually in Arizona, so 4:30 from here. It's midnight there. Was that 8 hours?
Yeah.
The hype, guys. The hype. I can feel it. I can feel the hype, guys. I can feel it.
This is yes. Curtis, I want to ask you.
Yes.
The ARG. You know, you love the ARG. I love the ARG, but I'm going to hold that. I feel like it's getting in the way of good marketing for Xbox. Okay, that's my only problem with the ARG. That's it. I love this ARG. I love following it. I love the excitement behind it. But let me ask you, because I've had a lot of people comment and message me about how anticlimactic the last 2 live drops were. How do you feel about that?
I agree with that. You know, especially PAX. You know, there was so much intensity built up around PAX because when we found out the first USB device was, I think, picked up by Bicycle Walrus, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh, you know, cool. It's a USB device, and you kind of have an idea of what could possibly be on that. And then we find out that there was going to be 4 more. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 they started unlocking them, and then that was it. You know, we got some broken up text that overlaid on top of one another, and we got a passcode. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little bit different from the first I call them seasons because it happened last year. The first season of Waking Titan compared to this one, but you know this new portion of WARE, this new part of the ARG, what's going on right now, seems to be pretty intense, and I'm liking it. You
know what we got in the first part at this point was the word portal. You know, so we had a hint of something that was going to be in the game from the beginning of the ARG. You know, and for a long time, and I feel like we're not getting any hints to actual what's going to be in next, besides the word next.
They're playing it pretty close to the belt. Like, they're not giving out too many secrets. I agree.
I think what it's missing, and big shout out to Northern Queen. I'm doing good this Saturday. Hope you are too. I think what it's missing is actors, and I've said that before, but it's these
we
people.
We need Tom Cruise. We need
no.
We could just Tom Cruise. Come on.
Nicole Kidman. Give me Nicole Kidman.
ARG actors, you know, like Elizabeth and Emily and things like that. Like these people that they're going to the live events, they're just like doing a handoff, and that's it. Like why aren't they making these people dress up in like all black, like Men in Black? You know, like creepy WARE people.
Mark,
how cool would that be?
WARE people.
Just throw the guy an extra $20 and say, look, just dress in all black and wear sunglasses.
I'm a trench coat.
Yeah, just something. Well, yeah, I don't know. You don't want to look like
maybe not a trench coat. You don't want to look like a terrorist or something.
Well, you don't want to look like a flasher. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you're in a park.
You got what I'm looking for? It's like, yeah.
What are you buying?
Well, let me ask this. So, Allison Smith, this isn't their first ARG. This is the business that they're in. They've done multiple ARGs before in the past. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, do we know if they have? Do they only do one ARG at a time, or do they do multiple ARGs at the same time? I mean,
imagine multiple.
So if that's the case, maybe they're just short-staffed on employees. Maybe that's why we're not seeing a lot of actors this time around, because they've got other ARGs going on. I'm just stabbing in the dark. I really don't know, but
yeah, but they're paying somebody to stand there to hand a piece of paper out. I mean, you could say these 10 lines, you know, and here's an extra $30. You know,
like take some chalk and like draw it on the sidewalk and then just walk away or something instead of just like a piece of paper.
Gotcha. Okay, so they're just pulling people off the street to interact at the time.
Yeah, they're probably, you know, like they're getting these guys from a service, you know, like I don't want to say temp service, but like an agency. I don't know. It's probably from some sort of agency or people that are looking for work or things like that. These people that they're meeting out, I don't think that they're part of Allison Smith. Like the woman who worked the event, the New York City live drop where they were in the room with the briefcase, she's not part of Allison Smith. They hired her just to hold the event.
So it could have just been like a Craigslist ad. It's like, hey, you want to get with this ARG?
I don't know. I don't
think if they go, yeah, I'm sure they screen these people first. Just like, you want to be a part of this thing? Go give this guy a USB drive. Yeah. It sounded like a drug deal, Stiltree says.
It really did. I was afraid that actually was a dealer sitting at the fountain.
Somebody told LPlay Games to wear his Cobra TV shirt. I think LPlay Games has a Cobra TV shirt, I think, right?
Yeah, he's got a hoodie. He's actually wearing it hoodie, in his fake developer interview. That's freaking awesome, man. I was so excited when I seen that.
That interview looks so real. Like, I actually believe LPlay Games was a developer. I'm like, dude, like, man. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Very good work on that.
Games should just hire LPlay Games to be like their spokesperson. Because it was legit. It's like he had all the answers. Of course, he was. I think, yeah. I mean, of course, he had all the answers. He knew what the questions were going to be, but still, it was pretty legit. I believed it.
And peace.
Probably drama students. Ant-Man says, could be.
So you really think this ARG is going to detour from the Microsoft ad campaign, Cobra? I mean,
I do, and I'm trying to explain a little bit better than I have in the past. The ARG leads to hints of what's in the update, right? It leads to, like when the first ARG or first Waking Titan had, we got these jumbled up pictures of the new exotic ships. We've never seen anything like that before, man. So it was hinting at what was in the update. So we were being spoon-fed hints. And if the ARG is going along like this and it's giving us hints, because there's a hint inside one of Mr. Zhang's one of his journals. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. But they're giving oops, I went to the wrong one. But they're giving hints, and if we have those hints, if we're supposed to be spoon-fed those hints, Microsoft cannot advertise this game with the new content properly and build up a bunch of hype and show the Xbox buyer beware crowd that this is going to be worth it. Let's make a good launch out of this and not a slow buy. Then they won't be able to create a new trailer with next content.
Okay, now can I please forgive me, but can I pick that apart a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, the first ARG that we had, when and because it led on to certain aspects of Atlas Rises, but when we finished that ARG, did we get a full idea of what was going to be in Atlas Rises, or did we
had two screenshots at the end,
and that was it?
Two screenshots, yeah.
And that was it. And that really still didn't tell us a whole lot. We saw a new ship, and I think we saw portals activated. That was it. We didn't know. I mean, we knew about the fourth race, but we didn't know what they were really going to look like. We didn't know about mission boards. We didn't know about warp capability for our freighters. We knew the portals were going to be activated, but we didn't know how they were going to function or how they were going to work. Right, there was a lot of aspects in Atlas Rises, like all the guild factions and everything that was added into the game, and we didn't get that content from the ARG. Not really.
Right.
That's what Cobra's saying, though. They don't want if Xbox was to throw out a commercial with all the new stuff in it, what's the point of the ARG?
So here's what I think, and because they've worked on this longer than they've worked on Atlas Rises, so we're going to get bits and pieces from the ARG, and it's possible that Microsoft could put together a small trailer, and I think I said this the last time I called in, and they could throw flashes up on the screen showing content that wasn't revealed in the ARG. Because there's probably still a lot of stuff out there that could be displayed visually that the ARG doesn't lead into.
That's a possibility.
The other question, Cobra, do you think I commercials like and ads like it's a real release? Do you think that would be beneficial? I mean, I feel like
Hold on, we cut out for a second. I don't think I think we almost lost connection or something. Start over, bud.
Oh, I was just asking if you thought that it would be worth it to do the advertising in a traditional manner, the same way they did at launch, or do you think they would get too much backlash from people seeing No Man's Sky commercials again?
I think they handled the launch. Sony handled the launch very bad, very poor. Okay, I'm not one of those people that feel like Sony pushed them into releasing the game. I just feel like they were socially pressured to release the game. I think they ran out of money. But what I feel Sony did wrong was Sony did not advertise and do a good ad campaign until it was too late, like right at the very end. I mean, just coming from somebody who used to talk to people outside of our community, the simple fact that I couldn't find out one single person who knew what this game was astounding to me. Astounding. And that's because of the way the advertising for this game was handled. And I feel like that needs to be done better this time. A lot better.
But do you think Microsoft and 505 Games is in the, willing to put out the financial backing for that?
Nowadays, you don't need a whole lot of backing for that. I mean, nowadays you could just release it on their YouTube channel.
True.
And it'll get shared from there on out. And if they don't know that,
true. So that's just a trailer. If they put out the trailer, a month before, we're golden.
Or
that's
if they drop it at E3 or something.
Yeah.
Like the internet's just going to share it, and plus everyone's going to be streaming E3 already. So it's No Man's Sky, which is a very polarizing game. So yeah.
I just don't see the problem is I just don't see them doing it because they've never released a trailer before the day of the launch of any of the updates. So,
and I don't know. To me, that's a problem.
Yeah. Yep. I want that trailer.
I just want people to be excited about the game. I want there to be interest, and I want there to be that buyer beware crowd. You look at something and see that and be like, wow, that looks different. Okay. I mean, they can go on YouTube right now and look at all the footage that we were putting on YouTube, and it's not helping. It's not helping them, get excited about the game. But a new trailer would.
And they don't necessarily need to sell the current No Man's Sky players that this thing is going to be good. They need to sell everybody else that hasn't played it yet, or that maybe has on launch and just kind of gave up on it. Because I feel like we're along for the ride as it is.
If you were gonna buy it for Xbox, you already know now whether or not you're gonna buy it for Xbox, and it's what I'm saying. I just don't see that many gamers. If you're into the gaming news and into new games, you look for this stuff, and they probably have heard of it, in the past. And if they wanted to play it then and didn't, they're going to buy it now. But I'm not sure how many new. Let's be honest, we're a special breed, us No Man's Sky players. We're a small portion of the population. I truly believe that enjoy this incredible creative process that you need to have to play No Man's Sky in the right way. And there's some people that don't enjoy that, and I feel like that's a large portion of the population. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So because of that, do you think that Hello Games is going to play to the other diverse crowd? The other players that don't fit our genre? Do you think they're going to play into that, or you think they're just going to keep kind of No Man's Sky?
They've already started.
Yeah.
There's also the other part of it too. There's people that love this ARG, absolutely love the ARG more than they love No Man's Sky. And then there's some people that despise the ARG but love No Man's Sky. So there's lots of different ways they have to look at it.
Yeah, they've already started to try and tailor this game to the more, general audience of gamers by adding the storyline, the 30-hour story campaign, game mechanics like the missions, that clear path that you see, do, and reward. So they're definitely tailoring to that that audience, and I think that's going to continue. I really do.
And let's say the game comes out on Xbox and it doesn't like sell incredibly well the first day. There's still time for that to happen. Like it can be a slow build after, footage gets out there and streamers start streaming and, the hype starts to, you know what I mean? Because like even when Avatar came out, it didn't do necessarily great at the box office to start, but then people started talking about it. They're like, this 3D is amazing, and it just built, and now it's like the highest grossing movie of all time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
It just needs that time to build. So even if
Exactly.
it doesn't happen right away, like on launch, once people start, going into what this update is and all these different things they're going to be giving us, I think that's when it's going to start building up, because we got to unpack all this stuff.
I think the words from yesterday's drop really struck a chord with me, because I really feel like this could be a innuendo from Sean Murray himself, where he said that I came 2 years after the Ursula nuns, now set in stone. Here is my legacy. If that was coming from Sean Murray's mouth, if you imagine it that way, and not whoever said it, here I am 2 years after whatever happened in the past. Now and set in stone is my legacy. Those are strong words. So if that's truly how he feels about the game that we're about to get, I'm super excited.
Well, in that content, that just kind of confirms that, or at least I feel like it confirms that this next launch, this No Man's Sky Next, is what he intended to launch from the very get-go.
Right. Yeah, no, I truly believe that.
Oh yeah, I really think that's the undertone of this whole thing, especially with the Phoenix reference, and there's just so many things, I really think that he is really going to try and capitalize on, what their mission was from the very start, before the flood and before running out of money and things like that. We got Jeremy on the call. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey everybody! Hey all my No Man's Sky family! I got home from work and I'm kind of like the other guy. I pulled in and turned on Cobra TV, and man, a lot of stuff seems like it's happened. So I'm playing catch up right now, but I'm glad to be here and sure I'm excited to hear what all's going on.
Yeah, buddy, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you. We had a live event today that was halfway successful, and now we're gonna have another one tomorrow. And that it's going to have LPlays there. LPlays is going to be there.
Wow. Wow.
Speaking of LPlays, Cobra, he said he's going to start the stream a little before 1 p.m. UK time to make sure we're all there and we can help 100% with the puzzles. And he said he's going to sleep because he got to get some rest.
Okay.
So 1 p.m. UK time.
Northern Queen is saying also, just because it has added stuff you can do more than just walk around and kill animals and mine stuff, doesn't mean it's catering to a general game. I think it is. I think it is because, and let me explain why I mean that, Northern Queen. The way the game was supposed to be sold was a journey to the center. Okay, it was just for you to get to your journey along the way, upgrade, do whatever you needed to do to get to the center. And Sean Murray said when people get there, they're either going to be able to say, okay, boom, I beat it, I can put the gamepad down, or they're going to see that it's a new beginning, and they can keep playing forever and ever. So it was a game like Journey, but better than Journey, bigger than Journey, more of a journey to the center. And now that they're adding things to do that are gamey, I believe that, yes, they are catering to a wider audience, because Northern Queen, on the blog on nomansky.com, Sean Murray said right now, No Man's Sky is about exploration. Later on, it'll be about other things. So that right there is tailoring to a wider, catering to a wider audience. Now, that's not a negative thing. That's not a negative thing, Northern Queen. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because it's going to bring in more players, and people can play the game in many more different ways than there were before. And someone like us, you could only make that journey once or twice, and then you're like, okay, Sean Murray said I could put the gamepad down, but now he's catering to a wider audience. Now we can actually do more things instead of just that journey to the center. So no, I don't mean that in a negative way. LPlays, bye, buddy. Get some rest. You can't oversleep, bud.
He sleeps in and just misses. It's like, oops, alarm clock forgets to go off. Power goes out. Something.
Snap.
So he says it's going to be from 1 to 3 UK time. So I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is for like Eastern Standard Time.
Is it going to be streaming on YouTube or?
That's going to be like 8
Twitch?
in the morning.
I imagine he's going to stream to YouTube.
Probably on YouTube. Okay.
It's either going to be YouTube or it's going to be Twitter.
That makes sense. So everybody go follow LPlays Games on YouTube and Twitter and hit the notification button. So that way, if one of us misses it, somebody can tweet it and then, we'll know when to pop in.
I'm not even sure if I'm going to be home. 1 to 3. So that's, let's see. Let's do some math here. Actually, you do the math. No, I'm kidding.
You guys,
So
everyone
1 to
else
3.
do the math.
Dude, isn't that like 6 or 7 in the morning?
Man, I think so.
Eastern Standard Time?
The early bird gets the worm, Cobra.
If that's true, then I won't be home yet. So
LPlays is going to be a YouTube stream, he says. Okay.
Okay, definitely follow LPlays on YouTube because I will not be streaming that. I won't be home.
Yeah, he just posted a comment in the chat, everybody. So go click on his name, hit that subscribe button. Follow him on YouTube. LPlays LPlays Gaming.
Northern Queen. I was right. Northern Queen said that they converted the 6 at 6 a.m. So I was yeah. Thank you.
Cobra the calculator.
Yeah. Not really.
Just a lucky guess.
It was a lucky guess, yeah. All right, so yeah, interesting to see what happens. The reason why I'm interested to see what happens is I think tomorrow what we're gonna see is the rest of those brackets, those WARE brackets on the website are going to get emptied. And I'm curious to see what happens then when we're able to get inside that request supplies window.
I'd take one screenshot. I'd be okay with that.
Wait, for what?
I said if that's what we get is one screenshot tomorrow, that would be nice. Just something from the actual game.
I think they need to, man. I really do. I mean,
yeah.
So somebody who doesn't somebody like us who are like No Man's Sky addicts, we love the game, we love the lore, we could see similarities within this, but someone who's a casual No Man's Sky fan, they really don't see No Man's Sky in this at all.
They think we're insane. If someone that didn't know No Man's Sky hears about this, they were insane. But I'm not a huge proponent of the ARG, but it's still fun because it's with you guys, and I know you guys all love No Man's Sky, so that's what makes it's really for the fans of the game already, which is cool, and I appreciate it. It gives us something to do while we wait for the update. But yeah, it's not a way to market it to outside of the community that's already there.
It's like going to the movies with your friend. You might hate the movie, but if you're going with your friends, you're going to have fun. That's what this ARG is. You might hate the ARG, but as long as you're with buddies, it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
it kind of feels like when I'm watching the show The Office. I love that. If you don't watch that show, if you don't know, you
don't get the jokes. You don't get
they're all inside jokes.
The first couple times I saw The Office, I was like, "This is so horrible,"
I just see like random episodes. I'm like, "This show sucks," and then I watch it from like start to finish. And I'm like, "Oh, I get it.
Yes,
this is why this guy is so weird and all this." Yeah,
it's because they're all inside jokes, and you don't understand the joke the first couple of times you if you don't watch it. Yeah, but when you do understand the inside joke, there's been times I've been on the floor crying that I had a Charlie horse in my side that I was laughing so hard. Like when Kevin dropped all the, I think it was what was it, beef stew or spaghetti or something like that. And remember when he dropped it? Yeah, that was so funny to me. I don't know why.
Or like when Dwight is like doing the CPR and he like cuts off the mannequin's face.
Yes.
I'm like, wow. So many clips. You guys need to watch The Office. Everybody watching, if you haven't seen The Office, I think it's on Netflix. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
I love The Office. The Office was freaking awesome. I finished the whole thing. We marathoned it. We watched it over a handful of weeks, and it was great, man. One of my favorite episodes was the fire drill, where where Dwight set the office on fire. And then the one chick that owned the cats, what was her name? Is it Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela. She's like, save my cat, and throws the cat through the tile roof, and then it comes down.
Yeah.
Gold and Silver says, oh, they're talking about the terrible US version. I like the US version. That's the only version I've seen, but I think they're both good, both UK and
Oh, yeah,
US.
I love them both. Because when I finished the first one, I was like, wait a minute, there's a different version? So I started watching that one too. Northern Queen says, and this is going to bring us to our next topic here. Says she says I guess I'm a casual fan, but I'm here because it's another kind of game, and there's lots of other people to have fun with. I watched your stream for the USB, and it got me interested. So I did a poll over here. I'm not going to read everybody's comments or anything like that, but I do want to kind of discuss the numbers. 339 votes. 25% says they do not care about the ARG, and a whopping 75% want to be updated about the ARG. So, yeah, I thought, you know what? When I did that poll, I thought it was going to be flipped. I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought it was going to be like 75% don't care and 25% do.
I'd love to know what percentage of each of those people own No Man's Sky now. You know?
Right, yeah. I should have included that, huh?
Oh, that's cool. No, I don't know if
you should have been like, what's No Man's Sky, question mark.
What's No Man's Sky?
And I was like, 100%. Like, what's No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
You're subscribed to this channel, you don't know what it is yet.
Oh,
I thought it was a soup or something. No Man's Sky. I'll have the No Man's Sky, please.
Yeah. Somebody came in to work today that I never seen before, and he was wearing like this diamond-shaped thing on his shirt, and I never seen this guy. And I walked up to him. This is funny because I walked up to him, and he was so far away I couldn't see what it was. But I'm like, that's the Atlas. So eventually, about an hour later, I was closer to him, and I'm like, did I see you come in with a No Man's Sky shirt on? Because he was wearing something different. And he goes, what? I'm like, did I see you come in with a No Man's Sky shirt on? And he goes, I'm sorry, I know what? I'm like, No Man's Sky. And he goes, no, this is a survival outfitter company. And I'm like, he goes, what is it that you're saying? I said, No Man's Sky. And he goes, then I explained to him, I said, it's a game. And he goes, what system? And I'm like, it's going to be for everything. And I just walked away because I'm not even going to get into the discussion of what it is. It's just too long. So, but yeah, it still dumbfounds me that a lot of people that I see on a daily basis still don't they've never heard of it, or, oh, I heard that game had was a failure at launch. You know, that's the two things that I hear. Every time
I started a new job a few months ago, and I was talking to some coworkers about the game, and I was trying to talk them into getting it. And when it comes out on Xbox, they play on Xbox all together. A couple of the folks there, and he's like, "Well, did they fix all the issues?" You know, he's never played the game. He did, you know, but that's the first thing he said.
Yeah.
And then you ask them what were the issues, and they're like, "Well, I don't know. I just heard it had issues."
Yeah, I heard this wasn't good.
I was like, I don't know.
It wasn't good when it launched. That's what I heard. You know?
I heard some guys say it sucked. So, you know, obviously, I didn't buy it. Okay, all right.
YouTubers.
Betty Bean, Betty Bean says, I don't get people who hate the ARG. It's free stuff to do while there's no update. There's no downsides. I agree.
Very well put.
I think there's a lot of No Man's Sky players, though, that don't even know what the ARG is. Like, they don't even know what's happening right now. They're just like, I like No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of kids on PS4 that just play it and don't ever, you know, they're not online searching No Man's Sky.
They have no idea there's shows like this happening every week. Yep. That we're just going nuts over these random drops. It's like, No Man's Sky. I like it. It's a chill game.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the reasons why I've been decided to stream every day, is to kind of get the awareness that there is a community of positive people. And when you join this community, you get to discover other people like LPlays, Adam from Keep Calm and Game On, Ivy Mike. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's that's why I keep saying we're a constellation. You know, like once you come into Cobra TV, then you're able to see all this other No Man's Sky content out there, and it's just amazing. Amazing. And that's why I'm streaming every day, to kind of show the positive side to people who are coming from all these negative videos and these hate videos. I'm not talking about a normal bad review. You know what I mean? Like people, there's criticisms about No Man's Sky. If we're all honest with each other, we could say those, right?
Right.
But that does not deter from the fact that it is a great game. It's a wonderful game. But there's always going to be something about everything we love that we would like to have changed or made better, and things like that. So those reviews, I'm not talking about those as being hate reviews and negative and things like that. But I just want to kind of make a bigger presence, bigger splash to make people realize that this game is great and there's a positive community behind it. And I don't know, that's just why I'm streaming every day.
So say we all.
Speaking of reviews, though, like when this hits Xbox One, there's going to be people reviewing it, which is good because now you look up a No Man's Sky review, you have it when it first came out, everyone's like, oh, no content. And then that kind of drives new players away because it's like, oh, it got botched when it launched, whatever. But now we're going to have new people reviewing it or the same people reviewing it, but for Xbox One with all this new content. And I think it's going to open a lot of people's eyes and maybe bring people back into it. So I'm excited for that.
I agree. So the official date for the No Man's Sky Con that we're going to be having is going to be June 16th. And that is on a Saturday. So it'll be June 16th. So if anybody wants to help me get prepared for that, and all the trailers that you guys are doing, we're probably going to be voting on those and giving a prize out for the best 3 or something like that. So
there's been some awesome ones.
Oh, I know, man. Yeah. I just have to figure out a good voting way, so that way, because the last time I held the voting for the ship, someone cheated horribly. It's like, it was, okay, so I put all the submissions on this website where you could hold votes for contests. And, I went to the site after the first 24 hours and I seen all these submissions and they had like 3 votes, 10 votes. Another one had maybe 15 votes. But then there was 3 by the same person that had some like 7,000, 17,000 votes. I'm like, what? Come on, man.
It's like make it a little less obvious that there was like some foul play going on.
Right.
All right, so yeah, we're going to have to get all that figured out. So I'd like a little committee of people who are interested in helping out. Just message me on Twitter. I know that one of the Galactic Hubs, the Galactic Hub, I think, is actually going to be helping us out with some certain things and maybe even providing prizes. So I got to meet up with them probably on my day off and see what we're going to do on their side and how they're going to be contributing. So that's exciting. Really exciting.
Golden Silver in the chat says, I'm cosplaying as Big Ball for No Man's Sky Con. I know Tim's going as a Lasher plant, so that should be interesting.
Asker, so June 16th, we're going to hold like a No Man's Sky digital web convention. And we're going to have, if you were around during our anniversary stream, which was like almost 7 hours long, it's going to be similar to that. But this time we're going to have more events. So if you look down in the videos towards August of last year, you should be able to find it. It's a 6.5 hour stream. But that was super fun.
Nice.
The streams are always fun. I've never showed up to a stream that wasn't fun. I mean, if you're not having fun during one of these shows, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
there's something
exactly.
wrong.
I mean,
we made a cake.
Yep.
We made a cake. And I cut it, blew the candles out, and ate a piece on camera. At the end of the show, we all sang "Happy Birthday" to No Man's Sky. Come on!
It was amazing.
Was that the cake that was shaped like an atlas? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
cool.
man.
You did a good job. You made that. That was good.
We're a very special people.
You know, I can't say who, but it's somebody that I know. I just don't want to give their name out because they are a developer. Told me that Hello Games watched us sing Happy Birthday in the studio.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That
So
is
that's-
awesome.
I remember singing. It was kind of we were off. Remember that? We kind of had a bunch of stuff going on. You were like, okay, let's everybody stop. Let's restart the song. It was great. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Great.
They're
Oh,
probably
so
watching right now. So Sean Murray and the team, how's it going? Yeah, you guys are awesome. Keep it up.
Screenshot.
Screenshot.
Just show us like a blade of grass, and we'll be like, "This looks a little bit different than other blades of grass."
we
And we'll
can
just
all
go on
make,
a
videos
tangent
on
about
blades of
how
grass.
this is like. There's going to be a whole revamp of the graphics because this doesn't line up with this blade, and this rock has a different shadow or texture, and we just lose our minds.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's just like, "Dude, it's a rock." Like, get a hold of yourself.
So June 16th, we're going to be doing that again, but it's going to be different. It's going to be, I want you guys to do cosplay. I want you guys to submit, we got Sword. Thank you so much. Hashtag Sword in the chat. Hashtag that Cobra. Thank you, buddy. I want people to make cosplay. I know Tim, the Drunken Taco, he's making a Lasher Plant costume. So you could cosplay as Viking, Gek, Korvax, or some of the fauna, or a Sentinel. Who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of, you can even cosplay as Sean. So that's one of the things. I'm gonna dress up as Sean Murray. So I'm gonna get a beard. I'm gonna get a flannel, and and we're gonna be setting up a green screen too. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun stuff. I can't wait.
The hype train
I need help.
is rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna probably end the stream. I'm gonna have to get a shower and get off to work. And but is anything we left on the table?
I'm sure there's probably something we missed. We're always missing stuff. There's stuff happening as we speak. Probably there could be live drops going on. Who knows? But I think we got the majority of it.
Right. So if you're halfway following the ARG right now, Mr. Zhang, which I believe is he the CEO?
I think. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the CEO of WARE, and he's missing because he went to. I'm gonna put it on screen. I believe this conference. So here's what the conferences look like. I'm gonna show a couple. So there's that one. There's this one, and the one he was supposed to go to was this. It's all glitched out. It's all messed up, and he disappeared. He never made it back. Never made it back home. And here is his train ticket, right there. And let's see. There's some notes. He's been. Hold on. Let me look at one of these notes here. Let's see. I think it was this journal here. He said they were right. They were right. It's all leading here. I saw it at night. I had it in my hands. All the missing parts. For the first time, I felt like all was finally put in place. Then I felt a powerful force ripping it from my hands. I dropped it, and all the pages flew away in the wind. Those are the pages I guess we're getting at the live drops. I remember the morning that came after. I was standing tall, pointing at the former naval person, longing for all this knowledge that got away. I need to find its missing pieces. So he's missing. He's missing. And if to follow his trail, you could go to Task Manager and go through all these things here, and it's detailing everything that they're finding out about Mr. Zhang, where he's been, where he's going. And so if you want to follow the lore of this ARG, get caught up, I would say the best place to go is ware-tech.cloud, and then go to Task Manager. You have to sign in, and you can sign in by getting the login credentials on gamedetectives.com. And then follow this Task Manager tag, and then go to the documents, check out all the documents. It's really cool, interesting to read, but that'll get you caught up on Waking Titan, plus the live drops. So, other than that,
before we end Cobra, I want to give another challenge to everybody. I like doing challenges, but so this is for the Xbox community. Well, this is just to kind of broadcast No Man's Sky to the Xbox community. But if you're like taking screenshots and stuff in No Man's Sky and uploading them to Twitter, just use a hashtag like Xbox or Xbox One. So that way, when people are searching Xbox, they'll be like, "What is this? What is this screenshot?" And then they'll be like, "No Man's Sky. It's coming to Xbox." You know, just put it out there, flood the airwaves with it, because we're going to be getting a lot more Xbox players in here when it launches, and you know, just for us to publicize this ourselves, because I haven't really seen. I mean, we haven't seen any trailers yet. But if we're just putting the word out there ourselves, it's gonna grow. It's gonna snowball. So that's my challenge. Just use the hashtag Xbox, flood Twitter with screenshots and Let's Plays and all that stuff. So
that's a good idea.
Good idea.
I will also. I'm not gonna be streaming after this because I'm going to eat chicken. So no sub chat after this, guys. But yeah.
Oh man,
but
we're making listen to it work.
Streaming something. I'll be streaming something later, but I gotta get some chicken, Cobra. Come on, it's chicken.
Fried chicken.
Chicken comes first.
Fried chicken, man. I love fried chicken.
I think it is some fried chicken. Yeah.
Chicken.
Oh,
chicken is
God.
an idea.
Some gravy, mashed potatoes.
Oh, man. Now I'm hungry.
All right, I'm gonna be at work when the live drop happens, so you guys are gonna have to fill me in on what does happen. Hopefully it's exciting. Hopefully we get like Ivy Mike says, and other people say, a screenshot. I really hope so. So we'll see.
And go subscribe to LPlays Games, guys, because it's going to be streaming on his channel. So LPlays Games, LPlays Gaming. Yeah.
Go to LPlays Gaming. Huh?
I was just going to ask, do you plan on streaming tomorrow when you get off work, or are you headed for bed after that?
I don't know. If it's like super significant, I am definitely going to be streaming before I go to bed. But if it's just like, you know, something I could talk about later on, and it's not that important, not that groundbreaking, then I'll wait.
That's what Twitter's for. Just look at Cobra's Twitter. Follow Cobra on Twitter. Follow everywhere.
Don't look at my Twitter because I'm kind of cussing YouTube out right now. So.
I'm too late, buddy. I already follow you, man.
Oh.
All the more reason to follow Cobra.
All right, guys. Sorry about the curse word. I don't normally do that on the show.
That's the funniest part of the stream, Cobra. It was the funnious part of the stream. Just your reaction to what you said. It was great. It was great.
You know what you ought to do, Cobra? You ought to go back through all your old videos and you ought to put together a bloopers or a takeout video.
That's true. I should do that. But a lot of people would probably tell you, Curtis, they're all bloopers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Keep Calm and Game On YouTube. Law of Evolution is also a good channel. Go check out Law of Evolution. He's in the chat. Black Nose Adam, what's going on? Hans Fishing has a good fishing channel, and we got Ivy Mike is on our call. So Ivy Mike, great No Man's Sky YouTube channel. Go check out Ivy Mike. Jeremy Curtis, spit him out.
Mine is Mad Hacks. I do a lot of base building and making bases and stuff like that. And you can always find me at YouTube under Mad Hacks. I also do like a story where I wrote like a story and making a story and using the movie as the film in it. So go check it out if you get time. And if you got any ideas, give me them.
Awesome. Curtis?
Very cool.
I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't think I'm there yet, man. I'd like to be. I'd like to.
Oh, that's right. You had cold feet. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Cold feet, buddy.
Okay. All right. We'll talk into it sooner or later, I'm sure.
Cool.
All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get to work. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. If nothing big happens tomorrow, I'm going to take the day off and do some edits and just upload. But if something big, significant happens, I'll be here.
All right.
All right. Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
All right, everyone.
everybody, I hate to throw out this interruption, but it's probably for the best. I gotta go because I don't know where I'm at.
You better put seatbelts on your ears because Cobra's about to take them for the ride of their life on Cobra TV.
And when we ship the game, not everything will be possible, but this is a game I think we're going to be making for quite a while, even after it comes out.
You have these people that are going to be able to buy this game on Xbox, and they are being actively driven away by people who haven't played this game in the last year. They're going off of this whole idea that, like, Sean Murray lied in 2016, and they're still using that to steer people away from No Man's Sky. And it's an unfair criticism. We have to be louder than the people that are talking about 2016 and driving away potential, new members of our community in the Xbox crowd for something that, one, wasn't true then and is especially no longer.
So Cobra said we could record messages and they might get played on the show, and it was fine if they were strange or weird. So in the spirit of things, I thought I'd write a poem dedicated to my favorite caller in on the subcast. Okay, here we go. I cry out to the old gods, desperate for replies. Subcast Jason, the apple of my eye. Desperate for his attention, my adoration turns to sighs. For he notices me not, instead I play No Man's Sky. But till he notices me shall my heart forever pine, as I gaze into his demigod-like eyes. In the name of Jason, I create a portal, for it is here that his next adventure lies.
Hello, Cobra Television and all the Cobras. I have a question regarding the No Man's Sky. Do you think that the No Man's Sky, is it one giant universe, or is it maybe one galaxy in multi-dimensional interfaces, where every player is in fact the same player and there is only one person playing No Man's Sky this whole time because of the lies? Thank you.
You tuned in to the only station in the galaxy, broadcasting right from Euclid. Whether you're watching or listening, this is Cobra TV, and this is a podcast.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.